Fatherhood is not just about being there. It is about showing up, standing strong, and shaping lives every single day. A father's presence can build a child or break one. Anybody can have a child, but not every man becomes a father.
I believe that men are supposed to be providing equally like a woman, or even if not providing equally like a woman, he must be in a supportive role to go to home.
Our guests on the Mind of a Father will be discussing what it really means to be a man, a husband, and a father.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is James Bollie with Bollie Media / Bollie TV. Welcome to the podcast, The Mind of the Father. Today, we will be talking about fatherhood. A fatherhood is not just about being there. It is about showing up, standing strong, and shaping lives every single day. A father presence can build a child or break one. Today, we will ask the hard questions that define what it really means to be a man, a husband, and a father. Anybody can have a child, but not every man or every husband becomes a father. This is where you will hear real men speak, you will hear real men reflect, and you will see real men grow. Once again, welcome to Bollie TV. Grab your seat, grab your popcorn, and welcome to the Mind of the Father. Today I have my dynamic guest here. Before we can proceed with anything, I will turn it over to him. He will introduce himself, and then he will say a little bit about himself before we can proceed with the rest of the program. And brother, welcome to Bollie TV.
Thank you, Mr. Bollie. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you too for accepting our invitation to be here. Introduce yourself to our audience, and then we can proceed with the rest of this interview.
Hello, my name is Garyah Reed. I'm a married man. I'm married to my wife, Garyah Reed. We have been married for 19 years, and we have been blessed with 2 wonderful children. I've lived in Arizona for the past 27 years. I moved here because of the civil crisis in Liberia since 1999. I have been blessed with my education here in Phoenix, Arizona. Got my undergrad education here, along with my grad education in Arizona. And since then, I've been a professional man and growing my family while living here in Arizona.
Thank you, my brother. So as you all know, we always have to present the topic of discussion so you guys can follow with us as we discuss the discussion. So today we'll be discussing society and men today. And then we'll also be discussing identity and responsibility of men. And we'll be discussing honesty and accountability of men. And then we'll also be discussing mental, emotional strength of men. We will be discussing marriage and partnership. And then we'll be discussing fatherhood impact, because you know this month is Father's Day. And then besides that, we'll be discussing balance and sacrifice. Happy Father's Day to all, and I hope all the fathers, please pay attention. Focus on this camera today because it's about to be informative and educative. Once again, welcome to the Mind of a Father podcast. All right, so Mr. Reed, we just dive into the discussion so our audience, since we give them the topic of discussion, I'm pretty much sure they are aware now. So the first thing we'll be discussing, like I said, will be the society and men today. Mr. Reed, do you think society today is building strong men or confusing them, my brother? Since today is Father's Day, give your message to us.
I would say it's kind of mixed because of the cultural changes that are going on into this world. Society nowadays, you find the competition in society when it comes to the job for men and women. Historically, in the past, men have been the sole provider of the household, but over time, as you see, women have been fighting for equal rights and equality. Women have been going to school, learning, and they have now become part of the breadwinning team in the home. And in our society today, you have seen that the situation here in our society has caused some men to be broken. When I say be broken, because historically in this society in America, the men have always been sidelined when it comes to the racism.
You talk about African American men, black men now.
Yeah, black men. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so that generalizes with men in general.
Okay.
Our audience are mixed people, so
Definitely. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it has become a competitive field right now when it comes to men in the society. Men are now being in a very huge competition with women, and I think it has caused some men to be so relaxed in the home. So as a result, it's affecting the home. So right now, if you look at the ratio, according to research, most men have become frustrated because they are not getting jobs. Technology is kicking men out of the job, and women are in a role that has been designed for women, especially in healthcare. So some men who are not strong-minded, they are now relaxing and allowing the woman to provide meaning for the home, which is wrong. I believe that men supposed to be providing equally like a woman, or even if he's not providing equally like the woman, he must be in a supportive role to grow the home, because this is the world that we live in today.
Oh, but Mr. I understand where you're coming from. You made some salient point, but I will have to piggyback on some of these points that you made. Okay, now, so are you saying that the society today, because of technology taking away jobs, is making men confused, are they weakening? And also, again, you mentioned about the healthcare fee. Now, what position in the healthcare fee that a woman can do that a man cannot do? When we talk about women, some of them won't go into the healthcare. So what position? I mean, a man can be a nurse, a man can be a delivery doctor, a man can do ultrasound tech. So I want you to elaborate more to my audience so we can get clarity, because the question was that society today is a building men or is it weakening men? So from what you just spoke about, it looks like you're saying that it's affecting men, weakening men.
Yeah, I mean, look, how many men are into the nursing? Not many men. So I would say that it's kind of being competitive too, because men are going into that field too. But the reason why is because of the healthcare field, especially in the nursing, the ultrasound field, and the environmental field, like cleaning up in the hospital. Both men are going there because those jobs are sustainable. Some of the jobs that men are doing right now have been that is getting obsolete, especially in the accounting, in technology, like working in a big technology company. You see, technology is now taking over, like robotic, artificial intelligence. Those are the areas that technology have taken and found today. A lot of people have been laid off of the job and are now staying home and trying to find alternative means of going to school. Of working. So in order to compete with that, they have to go back to school. But how many men want to go back to school after working 20, 30 years in the respective field? So that's some of the social issue with technology we are faced with today. So by so doing, men are just getting confused, getting frustrated, and they're thinking about other alternative ways of making a living.
So do you think is it not affecting women too?
It's affecting women too, in the sense where traditionally a man is supposed to be the sole provider of the home. So if man is not providing, it affects the woman. The woman has the home, she has the children, and it has to be a balance in the home where the man is coming with his input and the woman is coming with her input. But if one half of the source of support in the home is going away, guess what? The woman becomes frustrated, and man even become more frustrated and confused.
All right, and Mr. Reed, let me just say my audience, Mr. Reed was right. Especially when it comes to the healthcare fee, the percentage of men in healthcare fee based on Bollie TV's research is 20%. And when it comes to the healthcare fee on Bollie TV research, 80% are women. So, Mr. Reed, you are correct on that, and that is true. But do you think is that what causing men? Is that only the healthcare fee they can go? They got a lot of jobs around. There are a lot of things they can do. You think that they can't find any other job, or there are just certain jobs to describe to say they think the other job is a man job?
No, there are so many jobs out there a man can do, So there's so many jobs out there, but now the world has become so competitive.
Correct.
So people got to go back to school and learn, But most of the men are not willing to go back to learn. Men in the 50s and 60s whose jobs have become obsolete, they don't want to go back to school and learn. So what do they do?
And you think society now is the cause of them being reluctant, or what's causing that effect?
I mean, that the time changes. As time changes, people gotta be have to adapt to the changing of times. They have to adapt. In the technology world that is competing.
Who won't go sit there and play with the people and say, anyway?
These young kids are coming and competing with the older guys, and the young kids are smarter because they grow up on computer. This is computer age. They grow up in the computer. They grow up learning AI. They grow up doing IT. And these are things that the older guys never did coming up. So in order to compete, they have to go back and be doing some refresher courses to be able to compete, you know. But how many of them are willing to go back?
So,
you know?
as a father now, what word of encouragement, since this is Father's Day month, what word of encouragement you think that you can give men today that you think that they can rise above that, to think like a father?
I think the father got to put his foot down.
But they listen anyone where.
Yeah, I mean, you see, look, it takes only the resilient father to go above and beyond. Yeah, he has to put his foot down. If he wants to compete, go back to school. If
To learn what now? What? Okay, with the technology, one always say technology taking all from everybody now. What job do you think fathers can do now
Okay, so example.
to not compete with technology?
Well, I mean, there's so many. Look, there's so many ways. There's so many other stuff you can do.
Give us some example. Yeah.
Some people do. Some people do the truck driving.
Okay.
Some people do ride share, the Uber, Lyft, Vio, Home. Those are all alternative means of making money, and they make equally as what other professionals do. It's all easy if you work hard. I actively involved in the ride share. If you work hard, you make easy 6 figures if you work hard. But some guys, they don't want to drive. Some cannot drive. Some say they cannot do truck driving because they will leave their family home and stay on the road. Some wives will not agree for the husband to be on the road driving. So those are also issues in the home. Some wives will want the husband to be doing 9 to 5.
Yeah, but you can drive locally.
Yeah, you can drive locally too. You know, so these are things that the family have to sit and discuss. You know, because the IT, right? Now you have the cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, you got to get involved with the cloud learning, and other stuff. So those guys who are into IT, you can step and do some other classes in the cloud, and then mix it up and get a cybersecurity certificate and go back to the job market.
So Mr. Reed, based on what you just explained now, what is one truth about manhood that you think people don't want to hear in your capacity? Like, since it's Father's Day, it's about men. What is one truth you think about manhood that some fathers don't want to hear, or some men don't want to hear?
I mean, I don't think a man would want to hear that he's just sitting down being lazy. Yeah, no man, you know. I mean, a real man would not want to, I mean, if he's making his effort, he's doing his work, he's providing for the home, and
based on his salary.
Yeah.
So you don't want nobody to say, "Mommy, you lazy, man. What kind of job you do?"
Oh yeah. We don't want anybody to think that, you know, because it is like this. You try your best to do what you can do, you know, and then a woman come and tells you that.
Oh, your friend, man.
Oh, your friend, a medical doctor. Your friend is a cybersecurity expert. You want to be driving to all you want to be or how do you call it a cook, a chef in a restaurant. You know, I mean, that's his passion. That's what he loves to do.
Do you think that some men understand that education doesn't have to be there when you get an accounting degree or you are an engineer, that you can also go to school to be educated in other things?
Education is not about getting a 4-year degree or 2-year degree or master's or PhD, you know. Education is about learning something. Get certificate. You can go a 6-month certification, 9-month certification, and you can make good money as a 4-year degree holder.
Especially with the world we live in now.
The world we live in right now. Example, you have the air conditioner, the HVAC tech. Look at right now, May. It was 114 degrees yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of people AC went off.
The men are making money.
So the demand for those guys. The air conditioner guys.
Arizona.
In Arizona.
120 degrees.
Yeah. So the guys are, the demand is only guys make 6 figures. But they just spend a year or year and a half going to school. And they make more than someone who went to get a bachelor's degree in engineering, get a bachelor's degree in other various disciplines. So you just got to be smart on what you want to do and apply it. You don't have to go work for somebody. You can open your own company, your own LLC, and open your own business.
Oh, that's correct.
And start providing services so people make their own money.
And take care of your family.
So, as a father, your true goal is to what? Provide for your family and protect your family.
So you say you got a son. Let me ask you a question. If your son follow every step of your life, will you be proud or worried?
I'll be proud of him because he knows that his dad is a hard worker. And every father wants to see his son gets better than him. And that's why I'm on my son's back. Focus on your education, focus on your sports, because those are opportunities that he has right now, we never had it growing up. You know, in our teenage years, it got disrupted because of the silver prices back home. But through the help of God, we're able to come over here. In our old ages, We still work hard, hustle our way, and today we are men on our own and providing for our kids. So I use my life example to motivate my son, to let him know that he's in a better position, especially his age he's at. He can really make use of every time and get so much better than me.
Will you say the same about fathers who actually was born in this country and now raised in traditional Liberia, where you and myself came from? But with the opportunity that they have, would you say the same too? Because this is follow this message, and I want to know, because you as a father, according to you, you grew up in Liberia, that those opportunities that you see now were not there when you and me were growing up. We had no computer business all that to go do things there. But here in this country, a lot of fathers in this country, some of them were born, raised here. The same time we were born to, they were born to, but just like they were in a different culture. What would you say to those fathers compared to a father who was born the same time you were born, that was born in this country?
Yeah, you know what? I just tried to. I've studied it before, and I've seen that there are some my peers who came here and never made use of the opportunity that has been afforded to me. But I made use of it, and where I am today. But there are some of my peers who came from over there who are here and never made use of it.
Now, even someone that was born here.
Yeah. So even some of them that were born here too, they never make use of the opportunity. They don't understand what they are, the opportunities that they have. And equally so, I work with some of them, both brown, black, and white, who have made use of the opportunities here, and they are way advanced too. So just to balance it. So yeah, but I would say the opportunities here is even more. I don't see why people should not make it in this great America.
Especially fathers here.
Especially the fathers here. So if I'm to encourage anybody, I would just tell them, look, this country has so much opportunities for both the fathers from back home who came here and fathers who are here who are struggling. There's still time for them to focus on opportunities here to build themselves up. You can be 50 years old, you can still make it. You can be in the 60s, you can still make it, because opportunities are here 10 times or 100 times better than opportunities back home.
All right, that is the voice of Mr. Garyah Reed. I hope you guys are following and enjoy. Mr. Reed, we will now be going to the next discussion, which is identity and responsibility. Mr. Reed, what does it mean being a father and a husband? I mean, what does being a father and a husband truly means to you beyond providing financially for your family? Because you talk about the jobs, how the father needs to find a job and provide for the family. What does being a father and a husband means just beyond providing financially?
Besides providing to protecting, giving emotional support. Protecting and providing emotional support is very vital as a father and a husband, because father should always be around the family, should always be engaged with the children in the daily activities, in the daily work, going to school, going to church, you're going to sports. Kids who want to go to sports, for sports activity, you have to be there to take them there to help your wife. Your wife will be at home, she's come from work, she's tired. You gotta be the one to take the kids to where they're supposed to go and come back. So besides providing for the home, protection, emotional support, and security are all important things that the father is supposed to provide to the family.
Beyond financial.
Beyond financial.
Wow. Have you felt like you were failing your family? And what did you do about it? Have you ever felt like you're failing your family maybe once upon a time? Because we know now everything can always be green all the time. Have you ever felt that way before, that you were failing your family? And what did you do about it? I mean, like maybe some father who may be watching, who maybe find a certain situation and believe that, okay, maybe I failed my family because of certain situation. I mean, I'm asking, have you ever felt that way? And if you have felt that way, then can you tell us, what did you do? What did you do about it? How did you get out of that situation?
Fortunately, I've not felt like I failed my family, but there was a situation way back, because I have a business back home in Liberia. So years ago, I was back home attending to my business, and while there, I spent about 2 months, and my wife and daughter got sick. And with my wife being here, she was not feeling well. She had to go through surgery, and my daughter had to do surgery. I had to forego my business, because family comes first. Yeah, because if I had not done it, it was going to be a disaster. So I had to cut off my business. I lost big time in the business, but I know that with my family intact, I can always go back to the business. So I had to cut it off, and I started the business. It went down for a while, but I had to come back home to provide support, emotional support, and financial support for my wife, because she could not work while she was going through her healing, and my daughter. So that's the experience I had, and I was able to come and take care of business really quick before it turned into a disaster.
So you feel while you were home doing business, you were feeling your family. You felt like you were feeling your family because of the health issues you had explained, right?
And I was going to feel the family if I had overlooked the issue.
Got you. So you had to come back. Wow.
Yeah, so if I had not done so, if something had happened in my family, I was going to blame myself because I would have been a failure.
So besides that situation, you have never thought about any situation where you felt you were feeling your family and you did something about it?
No, fortunately, I've not. And because, look, I've been blessed with a good wife, and my wife has been blessed with a good husband, and my children have been blessed with a good father. And I thank God for giving me the wisdom and blessing to take care of my family. So there has been times where sometimes I wish I was back home in Liberia working, because we all got friends and family in government, and how we always sit and talk about politics in Liberia, how we can make things better. But when you have your family here, it's your responsibility.
It's different over here.
It's different. You have to stay here, make that sacrifice to be with the family and grow the family.
Mr. Reed, what is a good husband? What is a good husband? What is a good father? What in your belief? What a good husband supposed to be like? What a good father supposed to be like? Those two.
Okay, you see, I was raised in a Christian home, and I was trained to be a good God-fearing man. My uncle, who raised me, was an Episcopal priest, and he set a good example. And I saw his life growing up, and I just copied his way of living. And he was a very calm man. Put me aside and talked to me and told me how to treat a woman, how to be a good father. And those are attributes I learned from him growing up.
Can you give us an example of what you learned? I know you generalize it and you did it, but just some little examples so fathers that are watching maybe can learn what a good husband is supposed to be like and what a good father is supposed to be like.
A good father must be able to provide for his home, must be able to protect his home, must be able to give emotional support for his home, his wife, and children. A good father should not be abusive to the wife and the children. A good father must be God-fearing. A good father should not be dishonest. A good father should be a man of integrity, so that when his children see him growing up, they will learn the attribute of that father and carry on when they grow up.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Now, Mr. Reed, I'm just going to ask this question here. Are you the kind of man your children will be proud to become tomorrow?
I can definitely say a big yes.
I just have the truth I want him, because all the things that he has been, I have the truth I don't want him. But anyway, thank you for the honesty. Now we'll be going to the next discussion, my people, which is honesty and accountability. Okay, but before we go to honesty and accountability, we still need to remind you guys for each time we go to the next topic, so that Mr. Reed, I know that he bombarding here and everything will go on. You're enjoying this show already. But remember now, fatherhood is not just about being there; it's about showing up, standing strong, and shaping lives every single day. A father's presence can build a child or break one. Today, we ask the hard questions that will define what it really means to be a father like Mr. Reed here, a husband like Mr. Reed here, and a man like Mr. Reed here. But not every man becomes a father. Anybody can have a child. If you've been listening to him, you've been bringing that emotional support, provider. This is where you hear a real father like Mr. Reed speak. This is where you hear a real father like Mr. Reed reflect, like he talk about going back home, letting a business go, because he had to come back here when his wife and his daughter got sick. This is where you hear a real father like Mr. Reed grow right in front of you to tell you the truth, nothing but the truth, the mind of a father. Mr. Reed, what is one mistake you have made as a father or husband that still weighs on you today? Any. Okay, we all not perfect in life.
This technology nowadays, like the cell phone, our children get so emotionally attached to the cell phone. I remember years ago, my son was like 10, my daughter was like 8. We bought the flat screen, smartphone for the kids to be using, So, and we allowed them to have TikTok, and other
social media platforms and stuff.
And those things are very addictive. So before the kids were very, very close to my daughter's or daddy's girl, she always would be with me, all hugging on me, all the time,
So you went bought
Yeah.
smartphone now.
So, but the smartphone, they got so emotionally attached to the cell phone. They don't want to. You could tell them to do this, they don't want to do it. Let's go here, they don't want to do it because they're all attached to the cell phone. So my wife and I, after the 4 or 5 years, we noticed that they were changed in their behavior. They were so much into the phone. Their social behavior started to change. They don't want to hang out with friends from church, school. They just want to come home and
Go in the room.
yeah.
Sit down on
On the phone, you know, you call them, tell them to do the work. They don't want to do the work. So no, you got to do something. We got to do something about this. So my wife and I had a discussion because I was missing, you know, that
daddy and quality time.
Yeah,
It took away the quality time.
it took it.
Wow.
So the phone have replaced that time. So my wife and I decided, you know what, we're gonna cut everything off. So,
After they have gotten addicted to it.
yeah.
Yeah, we want to hear how you can do that.
So sometime early last year, right after the New Year's, my wife and I decided to cut it off. So we went and told them, said, look, because of your behavior, we're going to take all the social media off your cell phone. They said, no, please don't do that. Please don't do that. So we're going to do that. Number one, this cell phone is a privilege and not a right. Your right, shelter, feeding, education, protection is a right. We give all that to you. We're going to play soccer, going to track, cell phone, even TV. They're all privileges you have, but not a right. So we made them to understand that. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take everything off. So one, they never liked it, but we did it. We took everything off. Even the cell phone, the TVs, the YouTube on the TV, the Netflix, we had to put security all on them so that they cannot be watching TV all day. When they want to watch anything, want to know what they're watching. So they will ask us for the code, we give it to them, and then we have to monitor what they watch. And since then, their behavior has changed. We do things together now. Their social interaction with the peers at church and at school has gotten better. They go out with their friends to events, to parties and other stuff. So I've gotten better, like a normal teenager. So my wife and I were very happy that we ever come with that decision. So our only regret was to replace that time with this gadget. And this thing is very, very dangerous. So if we do not...
So how old is the children we're talking about again?
My son is now 17. He turned 17 in March, and my daughter is already 15.
Do you think when they turn 18, you still have that same restriction?
When they turn 18 and in my house, we'll have that restriction.
Did they? Yeah. After you guys came up with the decision, you and your wife, right, to take away all these gadgets and wipe everything clean, how did they feel? Did they feel that you guys were taking away the rights, or just some controlling parents?
I called them. We had a meeting. I told them that these gadgets that they have, the iPad, the laptop, the cell phone, they are privileges that they have and not rights. We made them understand that. They're all privileges. We can give it to them or we can take them away. That's something we made sure for them to understand. And I always told them that. So when their behavior went out of the way, my wife and I decided as of January 1st last year, say no more. 2025, January 1st, we went, and my wife, she's a disciplinarian. She's soft, but when she makes her mind, there's no turning back. And I felt bad for them because she went from the gadgets and into the TV and was not happy. But guess what?
So they don't watch TV at all?
They can watch TV, but they will ask what they want to watch, and we'll take them there.
To show them on the TV?
Yeah, because we monitor anything to watch now. We monitor we have a special app that will monitor what they go on to watch. Yeah. So
there's no privacy?
Oh, no privacy. No, when you're in your house, you get privacy. Your own home, privacy. In my house, no privacy. In my house, no privacy.
That is the voice of Mr. Garyah Reed.
Oh, yeah. In my house, there's no privacy. So watch. Yeah. We monitor everything. But my wife has it on her phone. When she sees it, when they go on any questionable site, it notify her and call them.
And you think that any father watching should do this? Because let me just say, there are some fathers who believe that because we're in the United States, they just let the children talk to them any kind of way. They let the children do what they want to do. Because some of them don't want to be responsible, even pay attention. They just get in gadgets and making them get in iPad, all kind of things. Because those things, then you are right. There's a lot of, it's very addictive. I ain't lying to you. Yeah. Even with the grown folks. Now that before then, when you go for Thanksgiving, when there was no food, people sit down after they have conversation. Now, you can't even sit until with your own children or anybody now. Everybody hear it.
That's what's happening.
Thanksgiving,
family reunion. You know,
it take away the quality time now.
It takes away. I mean, cousins don't get to know each other anymore. The nieces don't You get to know the uncle or aunties. But supposed to go there, next to the cell phone.
Everybody on the cell phone.
I have an aunt who, when you go to her house, will have events. She had a big basket. Everybody put a cell phone in the basket. 3 or 4 put in the basket. We'll sit down, we'll eat. We'll have games and other stuff.
I know after like everybody can be with
it. Yes, you know.
So God, me asking that, with all the restrictions that you're talking about, like you got nothing, not law, then what you put that, right? Are your children free to express themselves to you?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever apologized to your children, or have you ever wronged your children before?
I've wronged my children before, and I apologized to them before. One time, my son acted, in our Liberian way. My son acted frisky.
No, bring it up. What do you mean by frisky?
My son acted. He disrespected me. But what he would do, I remember this incident. He was washing the floor, mopping the floor. And he took my shoes from the ground in the corner, put it on the dining room table.
He took your shoes while you were mopping the floor, and put it on the dining room table. What you guys eat? Yes. So I screamed at him. Why are you putting the dirty shoe on the table? Why are you? I was so angry. And then he screamed back at me. Don't scream at me, Daddy. Don't scream at me. Don't scream at me. I said, oh yeah. That's what you learning from the boys at school, right? So you did. You whistled at him?
I screamed at him, and I told him, scream at him, and if he screamed at me again, I will beat the living daylight out of him.
You can beat you in the country, yo.
Dude, I was ready to do it. I screamed at him, I told him, I was so angry. I done it, and I told him, take it down. I had to take it down, getting mad, taking it down. I told him, said, look, the next time you scream back at me and you do that, I'll beat the living data out of you. So yeah, and later on that evening, I went back home. I went in the room, I called him, I said, look, I'm sorry for the way I talked to you, but what you did, it was very wrong. I told you what you did was very wrong. You're not supposed to take the shoes and put it on the table. And why? When I talk to you, you don't scream back at me. That was very, very disrespectful. And he went, don't worry, he just said, okay, Dad, I said apology, and that was it.
Did he apologize to you back for screaming?
Well, of course he did.
Okay. Now, what would be the teaching moment for fathers I'll be watching as to why you made that decision to apologize to your son? Even though, because some men, let's just say, some men believe that that ego that you were talking, you must say, okay, so now your pa, you can't get by your pa. You wrong automatically. But why now? You coming from that cultural background, what couldn't you put our hand outside to express ourselves to our father then? But you be men and you put in yourself the thing that they respect. So I know you got angry and you and your son, you guys went to that papa. You even going to say you'll be next time he does it. But you left the house, then you came back. As a father, what changed that mindset to say you're not paying? Why you ask some men and say, we'll go apologize to that picking? What changed that mindset?
I say, I want my son and I to have that father and son relationship where he can be free to relate to me.
Especially without any fear.
Yes, without any fear, Let him know, let him have some responsibility, Let him know how to talk to his father. Because sometimes these kids are smart. These kids can go to school and they see other kids talking at their parents.
Right.
Disrespectfully. And in America, the kids know very well that when the parents put their hands on them,
they can get
in trouble.
So was that a fear that led you to go apologize?
No, not a fear, because I did not put my hand on him. I can blast on him anywhere I want to. I can even call police on him because the law says that when the kids are being disrespectful, you can call police on the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. But not gone that far. Because they are good kids, but certain behavior, when you see it coming out of them, you have to step on it right there to cut it off. But if you continue, you're going to be in trouble. So I did not want it to happen.
Have you ever apologized to your wife before for anything that you did wrong?
Oh yeah, so many times. So
has she ever apologized? Do your wife apologize to you when she's wrong?
Oh, my wife is the one who always apologizes to me. She quick to apologize. And that weakens me, because she's now a stuck-up person. She's very humble, and no marriage is perfect. We have disagreements, sometimes we're driving, going this place. Sometimes when we're in public, I do some stuff, she gets mad at me and she kind of scream and do this, I'll be mad, So when she sees me kind of quiet, she comes and I apologize to me and say, hey, I'm sorry for what I did. I just acted out of emotion, I said, okay, no problem.
Have you been like emotionally before you cry in front of a woman?
Oh no.
What?
No, I have. It had not gone that far yet.
So your woman, besides death now, have your woman ever saw you cry for something before?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I've been set back to like my business deals I've been doing back home. Our people back home sometimes, when they steal from you and you think that they carry out your business for you and they keep on lying, and when you go and find out,
Yeah.
I lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Investment back home, and it really broke me down. To the point where I was so emotional. My wife, she had all been a big supporter behind all my business endeavors back home.
It's frustrating.
She has been very, so she has seen me in it, in a mood, and she just supported me, comforted me in a particular situation,
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Now, with the situation you explained, now we're going to look on the opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
There are some men who believe that they're too big to apologize to anybody. Now you just sat down on Bollie TV and you're telling the men that are watching that it's okay to apologize to your child. It's okay to apologize to even your wife, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this is a teaching moment I want you to educate our men on. What if your wife wrongs you and she refuses to apologize? She wants to use it as a leverage. What would you do in that case?
If my wife knows she's wrong.
Yeah, but she don't want to apologize.
She just want to apologize.
Mm-hmm. But how would you do it? You're passing the hall.
I pray that it doesn't happen.
No, I mean,
yeah.
in the Eastern as a man, because
in the event that it happens,
and she refused to
apologize.
Yes.
So honestly, I would let her know that she was wrong, and if she not apologize, she can live with her guilt. She can live with her guilt. I know.
But when you mean live with her guilt, how?
I mean, she knows she's wrong, but she refuses to apologize.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you yell at everything, go everybody.
No, I mean, I would demand an apology. If she does not want to apologize, I'll let it go.
Are you supposed to demand an apology for somebody who wronged you?
Yeah, I would demand an apology.
What if she does not want to apologize?
So I say, okay, but I'll let her know that she wronged me. I'll let her know if she wronged me. We'll have a conversation. I'll let her know that she needs to apologize to me.
And from there now, everything will be smooth.
Everything will be smooth, And I thank God my wife, she's not like that. Yeah. You see, that's what I said, look, I've been friends. I've been blessed with a wonderful woman. Yeah. Yeah. So my wife, she was wrong before. Yeah. She quick to apologize. When she's wrong. Quick to apologize.
In what ways have you, Mr. Garyah Reed, fallen short emotionally, even when you show up physically, when it comes to your family?
I know one time my wife was seriously sick right here in Phoenix, and she got seriously sick. She was so bad that we had to call the ambulance, and it worried me so bad, that to see my wife that way, but it was very emotional. Yeah.
Even though you were physically there.
Physically there, I couldn't show it, but behind the scene, I shed tears, but I couldn't show it in front of the children. And the kids were small. Yeah.
So why? What was it? Why is it that people believe that when you're married, you're not supposed to cry?
I think it's a man thing.
No, it's not a man thing.
Because because a man's supposed to be the strength of the family. So when you start to shed tears, cry in front of the family,
your wife,
the children,
you think it weakens the family?
Yeah, I think it weakens the family. I think the kids gotta see a father
toughness,
tough, and strong.
So, do you want men who will be watching this to subscribe to the notion that don't cry in front of their family?
No, sometimes the emotion will not keep you standing for so long. Sometimes you have to, you just break down.
So it's okay for them to cry?
I think it's okay.
But that's what I meant to you.
No, I said for me, that situation when it happened, I did not,
okay.
Yeah, but I know, I've been deaf in my family where I cried.
In that situation, moment, there's no control.
Yeah,
especially
my family,
losing loved ones, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've broken down before. I remember when I lost my father, my children became my counselor.
Yeah.
I couldn't take it. I was trying to be tough from the beginning, but
you can't help it.
Yeah. I couldn't help it. But that was the voice of Mr. Garyah Reed. We are going to be taking a quick break. When we come back, we'll be going to the next discussion, which is mental and emotional strength of men. So that's why we came to the topic with men crying. And the men say, it's a man thing. So now when we come back, we're going to be diving into the next discussion, which is mental and emotional strength. We'll be right back. Sit tight.
Contact Bollie TV to promote your events. At Bollie TV, we shine a positive spotlight on our community in Arizona, delivering uncut and uncensored content that truly represents the essence of local happenings. For reliable news and exciting updates on local community politics, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer a range of affordable promotional packages designed to make your event stand out. If you are in business, sports, or showcasing local talents and looking to see beautiful tourist locations, we are here to elevate your presence. Do not wait to be part of the conversation. Go subscribe to Bollie TV on YouTube now. Call us at 480-228-1229 or email us at jbollie1980@gmail.com for any questions.
So we want you to go to our YouTube channel and subscribe to Bollie TV.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bollie TV. We are going to be continuing the discussion, the Mind of the Father podcast. I know you have been enjoying my guests already, and guess what? If you talk, the discussion will get juicy. It come and get juicy now. So sit tight, grab your popcorn because it's about to get juicy. So before we left, we're coming to the next discussion, which is emotion, the mental and emotional strength of men. This is where now Father Garyah Reed, Garyah Reed, will be giving you a perspective on some things. Fatherhood is not just about being there, it's about showing up, standing strong, and shaping lives every single day. A father presence can build a child or break one. Today, we ask the hard questions that define what it really means to be a man, a husband, and a father. My people, anybody can have a child, but not every man becomes a father. This is where you hear real father speak. You will hear real father reflect, like you've been seeing our guests doing, and you will hear real father grow, like apologizing to his children, to his wife, almost having emotional breakdown. This is the Mind of the Father podcast. So my people, we are going to dive into the question. Mr. Reed, once again, thank you so much for accepting the invitation to be on Bollie Media / Bollie TV. How do you handle pressure when everything depends on you, Mr. Reed? Now we're now talking about the mental and emotional strength of man. How do you handle pressure, Mr. Reed, as a father now, as a man? Because now other men are all there. So most of them can't even handle pressure. You now know once upon a time, all the oil now go through pressure, some kind of a pressure. How do you handle pressure, Mr. Reed, when everything depends on you? I know once upon a time, there were times where something would just, wifey bombard you, something bombard you.
I think as a father, staying calm through crisis, listening, the wife or your children, being patient, let everything, a father should not have escalate. When everything is going on through the crisis as a man, just be calm, just be patient, just listen. Let all the anger, whatsoever the situation may be, a man should not have to escalate it. Just be patient, be patient. And when your children who are misbehaving, or your wife who is going through some anger issue with the kids or something, just be quiet, be patient, and let everything happen. Just call the kids aside or call the wife aside. Say, look, honey, I know what the children did was wrong. Just be patient with them. Because if you get angry, you'll make them afraid of you. You make them afraid of you, and then next time they'll be kind of hold back their emotions. Make sure that they're able to voice out anything they're going through, anxiety, fear, peer pressure, things like that. So also I learned, that's why I transferred to my church. Although they're not perfect, they will come up with some stuff and want to talk about the freedom of expression, freedom of this and that. You just let them know. Say, hey, in this home, that's not what we do. I let them know. God, him as a father, with your experience, you guys, and most of your time after practice, training, you'll become better. But
that's where the father's temperament should come in.
Yes.
Let's go deeper into this. Where are the people? What's about the father or the husband that get entangled into side chick, and then the pressure coming from the side chick, the pressure coming from the wife. He don't know what to do. He didn't know which one to leave. He won't keep it wet. When your wife get you in, then do you even want? How do they take themselves out of that pressure? Why did they put themselves in pressure in the first place? What advice would you get?
Dealing with my wife, it's not easy. That one woman. Yeah. That one woman, deal with her, it's not easy.
Then you go another one again.
Another one can't be pressure in my Yeah, so
what do you advise? Avoid that pressure.
Yeah, avoid that pressure. Avoid that pressure, because the truth about it is, look, women are smart. Women have more than 5 senses. Yeah. When you have changing behavior, a woman can know. Yeah. Sometimes you're not around, a woman can go and check her phone. Thank God my phone, my wife know my password. I know my wife's password, I don't put my wife in any kind of situation, and think about my wife too. She's not the kind of person that can check behind me. If my phone is ringing, When you see a woman on the ID, she'll come and say, one, join that Bollie call. You know?
So she wasn't there, but she calling me.
So there's one join that Bollie call.
Then after the call, she said, who was that?
Yes, who was that? Let her know who called.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, that's where honesty comes, you know. Integrity comes. Be open with your wife.
But you see, the reason why I brought this question up will bring me to the next one. During the what you're saying earlier, the tradition will come from back then. Our father then, what we were talking about, your children can express themselves to you. You can express yourself to your woman, you can get emotional. Our papa didn't know the only thing there.
You're right.
Different.
You're right.
And I know some of my father was expressing, he said, emotionally, even my mom before, or anything said. So, do you feel comfortable expressing emotion, or were you raised to suppress them? Because where we come from, you can't tell your pa that he wrong. Now, let's put it aside. You can't even tell him that you don't like what you do. So, I mean, so that's why I'm asking this question. Because most men, especially from our background, who grew up in that place and coming to this society, children here, they will express themselves to you. They don't know, because here, there are a lot of things that the children can express. You can go slap your son for expressing. Like, good J going to. You can go put slap your daughter here for expressing. Some of them can even be very respectful in their expression. However, in what we call Labrador, growing up, we never even have one person to express. They call you very respectful child, they call all kinds of things. So that I'm asking you that, say you grew up from that culture and you say you came here and now you're allowing your children to express yourself. This is my question to you. Do you feel comfortable expressing emotions, or were you raised to suppress them, and are you still suppressing your emotions today? Because I follow you.
It's about it. Look, that's true. In our culture, when we grow up, people don't lie.
That's right. Yeah. They want you to apologize.
People don't lie. And that, look, I hated that growing up. When you tell any older person they lie, that's disrespect, and you get flogged with that. My parents would be wrong.
And you have to keep it.
You just have to keep it. And honestly, that thing is a psychological torture.
For men especially. So.
Yes.
You can't talk.
Yes. You're growing up in that kind of culture where your parents are not allowed to express yourself.
So are you doing that now? Do you express yourself emotionally? Or is still were you saying you were raised to suppress them? Are you still on that?
Okay, so unfortunately, there are a lot of programs. I mean, fortunately, in America, a lot of programs here in our workplaces that, and a lot of flyers and leaflets, you know, the core employees. We go through these programs, we listen to this experts talking about the psychological effect of suppressing emotions and all that kind of stuff, you know.
The counseling and stuff like that.
Yeah, counselors, you know. So growing up, and most of us, look, we grew up traumatized. We don't know. I was situated back home. We grew up traumatized because of the parents' way of doing things. That's what happened. And we grow up like that. It's a part of us. Some of us, we take that and transfer it to our children, you know. But through the various programs here, before I started having kids, you know, and I knew very well that what my parents were doing growing up was not good. I told myself I would not do that. Like, trust me, dude, I got flogged mercilessly growing up.
Oh, my man, just forget about it. I say, they were having BT or what for flogging. Every police on class I would do and say, pick up pin, on tire,
fly airplane, pushing the wall.
Pushing the wall.
Yes, everything. I'm going to flogging, or merciless flogging. And I thought, I said, I would never do that to my children.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yes, I'm not doing that.
Are you still suppressing emotions, or are you expressing it now? I know you said you have verb. So did you go to counseling?
No, I didn't go. I think I just grew up because it came a time, you know, like when I started to see other cultures. I mean, especially in Liberia growing up, you see your next door neighbor, their parents don't beat their children like that. You wonder, where our parents getting kind of discipline from, you know?
Especially in boy child.
Yeah, boy child. You know, so I talk to my other.
And so boy children can grow up beating people, beating their girlfriend, beating their wife.
Yeah.
Walking away from their children. Because
So these are things.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah, so all the guys, fortunately that my father was not that busy on his wife, you know, he don't do that. But when it comes to disciplining the children, dude, the guy needs to beat. and my mom, but they were my adopted parents, my uncle and his wife, they adopted me. You know, in Africa, they say you live with them, raise you, So but my parents said I was 3 years old, and they disciplined me. The discipline, I could honestly say that they didn't have to be that tough.
When they had to be you.
Yeah, when they had to flog. Yeah, you know, because look at my kids today. My kids have a behavior in them. Sometimes they don't do the dish. They got a machine that can watch the dishes. Sometimes they forget to put the machine. They dish it in the machine. I tell them, I said, look, why can't you do that? At one point in time, I seized a cell phone from them, or no TV, or I tell them, I said, look, no sports for you. And they will run and get everything done. Yeah. especially gadgets. When you say no cell phone for you, whatsoever they want to do.
Because they want their cell phone.
Yes, they want to do it. So,
Wow.
yeah, so
you express emotional, right?
Oh yeah,
you're not suppressing it like that.
So
they made you to suppress it when you're growing up.
But so I mean, I don't have my children suppress their emotions. Yeah, because I know it's not healthy. So for me, I grew it, and make sure I did not transfer that to my children.
So let me ask you, how did you outgrow it when you say you did not go to counseling? What are some of the tricks that you can tell men? Because some men don't believe that they go to counseling, but man, not Christians go to counseling, man. So how do you outgrow such things, especially that thing is like you grew up with it?
I grew up with it, though.
Yeah, but how do you outgrow it?
Look,
as a man, because there are some men today who are still suffering from those suppression of emotion.
I'm a man of faith. I prayed for God to give me that heart of forgiveness to forgive my parents. Yes, because sometimes when I got big, when I look at my past and saw what I went through, I said, no, it was not normal.
No abuse.
Yeah, I was abused. In America, abuse. Look, I look at my son, they tell me, you put your hands on me, I'll call the police.
Go call police bound. The police are kind of join your parents are flogging you.
Yeah. You call police, when you say that the parents ain't flog you, the police will kind of flog you.
Family member have meeting with you.
Yes, and beat you too. But my son will tell me,
So, Mr. Garyah, based on what you're explaining about parents and coming to the night, what silent battle are you fighting that the family does not see? Because especially when you're going through a traumatized situation of a childhood where you're not allowed to express yourself, your emotion was suppressed. Are you going through any silent battle maybe the family don't know about? Everybody, some kind of way, it must have had some kind of effect on you, and some people have some silent battles that maybe the family don't know about, and they just keep it to themselves because it keep adding to the emotions.
Look, like I said, right, before I got married, all that stuff, I then prayed to God to make my life better. Yeah, for me to forgive my family and all those pain and other stuff. I prayed to God so that I cannot go into my marriage and into my family. These are things that I battled growing up, and when I came to the United States of America, I started to work. My life got better. I want the education. My parents aren't around anymore. These are things that I asked God to give me that grace to just forgive.
Do you have flashbacks sometimes about these things?
I used to, when I anymore. Yeah, I used to have flashbacks, because sometimes I remember, one time my parents went in front of the school and flogged me. Yeah, my mom went in front of the school. Yeah, and gave me a good beating. Yeah, embarrassed me in front of the school. Me and my brother, look, back in Hapo City, Fatima Elementary.
My man, that's where I started my education.
Okay.
My father then built the suko.
Okay.
The sugar factory.
Yeah.
So that's why I started my Fatima Elementary school.
Okay.
I see my to marry that woman.
Okay.
Yeah. All my parents are children, so go get it.
I know, you see. Yeah. So that was a pure embarrassment.
No, let me tell you something. Fatima Elementary School, right? Our gratitude for ABC. So say Primo 1. Some of the things they want to get us to keep up by school. But you got to come from ABC, go to Primo 1, Primo 2, then Primo 3. Our gratitude for ABC to go to Primo 1. So I don't know who when I put it, some kind of thing our teacher here. They said that everybody must have one partner so we can dance for our parent on stage. I mean, I know people who will be watching. I was a very shy boy. When I tell you, once you say I was shy, that's a book is a lie. You know what, baby? Let me just say what took that shyness out of me. The night before that thing, I was worried. I didn't want to eat because I was supposed to go on stage to dance in front of my father and my mother, and then I would be dancing with a little girl.
Oh my God!
So I couldn't eat. I was just worried. And guess who was there tormenting me before the program? The next day, my father. You better don't make us shame on our stage. You no one. When you dance, when you can't wait, I'm easy on you. You better, my man, I ain't want my to break. I did not sleep. When the chicken do come, I just worrying all day. I just come from ABC to lab program one day. The men threatened me already. In Maryland, Fatima Elementary School. Yeah. The men can come in the room. You better sleep. I want no excuse tomorrow. You said you going on that stage with dance. How come, man? My man, bro, why you supposed to be happy? My man, you going to dance looking at you? My man, the other classes can come. The review to all time. I was sweating. But one thing that thing did for me, I went on stage. They call two of their name before you come for your certificate. That's all the dance. They called me the leg any. And guess what my father was saying? Like, front row seat. I turn around and look at that dude for a long time.
I want to see a move.
What move? I went there, my man, closed my eyeball, I started rocking. See the whole up there. My mother over there. For the day I left that stage, I came down. He said, yeah, you did a great job. I never got shamed for that day again. They like, let me tell you what happened, what that thing did to me. They traumatized me. I never feared nothing again in my whole life. Even older person said, you say you do something to me, myself want to attack you, so you can do it for it. That thing that man did to me. I like how you see me today, the way I look at it. I never, I said from that day, the thing they call shave.
From kindergarten.
From that was my day that day. From that day, as anything they say, I only dramatic. I joined the dramatic thing. Anything about media, I was part of it. In my elementary school, I was the chief news editor. When we came to Monrovia, I started joining everything I wanted to school. Anything that had to do with talking, anything that had to do with people going on stage to talk, I wanted to be part of it. Because that traumatization, can you imagine, my man?
Wow.
So now, yeah. So the higher, the one person who put it, the higher that became.
For that
particular experience. I said, man, torment me the night before the Sunday. I was a very sharp person. I know you like talk or do something. So I said, if I can do that thing, then what I can do. That's how I started putting myself everything media. Every school I went, or part of the media department, or I was doing the dramatic, or in the dramatic club, or I was on the quiz team, or I would just do everything. But anything that has to do with people being on camera or standing on stage from that day. It just became part of me. There's no school I went, anybody knew that were in. They said, Bollie, they didn't do anything. No. I was always part of the media, or I was part of the quizzing, because I wanted to be seen.
Wow.
Yeah.
So your father torturing
my man,
that night.
I know it was there. Even though they have parents, I used to be one of the boys just telling this. I want my friend this. I was not actively involved. Anything I was shy. I mean, to be honest with you, that experience was traumatic, but I think it made me to where I am today. I just see on Bollie TV, I can see that me talking, and like it built something big. And anytime, like if you notice something about me, the more somebody attack me, that time I ready.
Wow.
If you don't attack me, you say nothing to make it weaken me, because you know what happened. That experience, remember my father challenged me because he kept coming to my room, a little boy just talking, you must dance on that stage, you must dance on that stage. So like when I see like even in the media, everybody open media, if you attack me, forget, I'll be very happy.
So that fear.
Because I just feel like, okay, there's what built me. I was built for it.
I fear got out.
You open media in the community, you attack me, I will be very happy. Because if you don't attack me, I'll be weak. But if you attack me, you go any station, you attack me, I'm willing to go anywhere to debate anybody, I will attack you. I will keep coming after you. I'll keep coming over. You myself, 2 years, I'll be happy. That's how I look at. So you see some of the things that I'm asking you this question and stuff like that. So we're coming now to the next discussion, which is marriage and partnership. What does being a good husband look like when things are not going well? I know I asked a question about just now. What does a good husband, right? What does being a good husband look like when things are not going well? Because let me tell you, a lot of times things are happy here. They inviting you, so now they come and call you late. You won't get a job, but you won't be husband stay. Madam put it in your face, all kind of bad things that coming. As a man, who have been married for what, 27 years?
No, 19 years.
19, I'm sorry. Somebody said 27 years.
So I know I lived 27 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. 27, I apologize for that. 19 years, I lived 27 years. Damn, I mean, I left you for a long time too.
I know, man.
So that's why I ask you now, what does being a good husband look like when things are not going well? How do you keep that composure still being a good husband? Because some men against stand frustration. Let me tell you a story. We should work with one guy to discover car. You one of the department manager there. That's the regional manager. When they lay everyone off water, the guy came who collected a TV show and web carried the back and all of them. And he said, because he won't know about taking it. He couldn't afford losing the house. So they are, I'm telling you, I couldn't even believe it. That guy was a very likely guy. He did not even look at somebody that would do such thing.
Look, you see, communication in marriage is very important. Yeah, communication is very important. My uncle, when getting married, he said that there are 3 C's in marriage: commitment, communication, and care. It's a very important thing. Is communication.
I mean, you went through problem.
Yeah,
you communicate with somebody, the person that won't communicate with you, you won't get a job. You lose your job.
Communication. Look, I mean, the only thing you can do, you just gotta be able to communicate. Communicate to the woman, talk to her, or in the situation where she's the one having a problem, she will communicate with me. Look, and the way you communicate is softening
the message in the communication.
In the communication. Yeah. You can't be aggressive. Soft. The Bible says soft words drive away wrath. Yeah. When you communicate with your spouse and the way you relay the message to her, or the way, I mean, as a father, the way you relay the message to your wife, it will soften her. You know, soften her to listen. You know, then you'll sit down there and come with promises, you know, what ought to do, and what you're going to do better, you know. And you got to make sure that you work on what you are saying, because she's going to be watching you and listening to you. And that's where you become a man, because when you're a man of your word, she sees you acting on what you said. Trust me, relationship will get so much better. And that's how you continue to grow in the marriage.
And Mama, but during the time you're talking about where things are tough, man, how do you keep respect and love and life in marriage during that tough season you're talking about? I know you not tell us about how to be a good husband when it's like in that when things not going well, but how do you now keep respect and love and life in that marriage during the tough season? Because sometimes some other partner will be very insulted to you.
So the memories of the marriage, you know, what you guys have gone through. Like, for example, 19 years, you know, my wife and I have gone through a lot, you know, gone through giving birth to 2 children, you know. Because of me, she gave me 2 children, you know. There were big things that, you know.
You gotta look for the good things.
Yes.
Look at the good things.
It's
not always have to look at the negative of the Yeah.
There have been times where I lost my job, you know. She was there to back me up. You look at the good times. There were times where I needed to help my family back home.
She was there.
Yeah, she was there for me.
Always pay attention to the good things. Look, there's something they call a yin yang. You have seen that sign?
Yes.
Where one side black with small white dye inside, and one side white with small black in it. It's called a yin yang sign, right?
Yeah.
Where it says in every evil there's a good.
Yeah.
In every good there's an evil.
Yeah.
So for me, I just look at it that way. Even in my marriage, I practice it in my family, right? Once upon a time, family will do bad thing to you.
Yeah.
In the same once upon a time, they will do some good thing for you. I always focus on the good one more than the bad ones. Even with friends. You know, as a man, that's one of the things that you see me is most of my friends, they will say, oh, but they will know, they will say, no, but they don't get proud on me.
Yeah.
Because number one, you can even talk the worst thing about me. But once you have done something little good for me before, I look at that good that you have done, and it overshadow all the bad things you do.
That's how to do it. Look, you know, my wife, she's from here. She's African American. I'm from Liberia. Our culture and our history of where we have come from, economically, most of our people back home are not doing well. Yeah. Even though you have an immediate family here, but guess what? You still got family back to take care of.
That's correct. Yeah. We build an extended family system.
Yeah.
That's how we grew up.
Yeah.
One uncle go to school, all the other people in the village come and live with him.
Yes.
They witchcraft it. Everybody come and live in our
So my wife, you know, when I first started dating, she would ask me, I don't understand why you gotta have some money back home. And tour. They said what they say, it was not like that before, but the country went through a bad civil war 14 years. Yeah. The economy got bad. You know, some of my people that are still in refugee camps, you know, some of my people, they can't get jobs, they have gotten older, things have changed. So that's what I'm doing. You know, my wife said, wow. That educated her on the situation back home. I made her to watch videos and things like, you know, all kinds of stuff. And she just have a pity on the situation that I came from, you know. Yeah, and I thank God my wife understood that, and she has been very supportive, you know, of all my things I do. Yeah, you know, majority of my projects back home give me that heaviest financial support to make sure it succeeds. You know?
Have you ever taken your wife for granted before?
Fortunately, I've never taken my wife is a smart woman. She's very smart, you know, and I'm smart to know that I cannot take advantage of her. Yeah, you know, because
you can't take advantage of any woman.
Yeah.
Except you don't have a mother. Any man, yes. Do not take advantage of any female. Okay. I mean, because you don't know where you're going to see that female tomorrow.
You don't know. Even if a woman is not educated, a woman has common sense.
She is still useful in some way.
Useful. Common sense.
Like I was saying the last
very important.
Yeah. You will not be the only smartest person always. Even you can meet the dumbest person, that person is smart in some area, in your relationship or in life, that you're not smart in.
That's true. Definitely.
So, that's why you see me, I don't underestimate anybody.
No, you don't.
One of the things I'm really good at doing is that, especially when I meet people when we all in the same field, I will still allow you to talk, because you know why? Maybe the one thing that I think they will add to my own knowledge.
You can learn from somebody.
Yeah.
For sure.
You know?
You can learn from that person.
Yeah. So yeah. So the reason why I ask that question because sometimes some men take women for granted.
That's not good.
Let's follow it.
That's not good.
What would be your advice to them? But they take women for granted, maybe because the person is helping you to put you on your feet. The person don't want to complain, and then you believe that because I mean that woman not going nowhere, man. That one not going nowhere. Then boom, when time comes out, then what happened? You the same person you tend to turn quiet, start telling everybody, like you see, look at the things she do. She do that to me. She do that to me. I mean, what you say to men? Just follow them. Now this June, we'll pour everything outside. We're not going to be sugarcoating there. So men are doing everything correct.
My advice to Father's Day, Father Day, is for you to be, for all fathers, all men, to be a provider first. Be a protector and be an emotional supporter to your wife and children. By so doing, you serve as an umbrella for that family. You serve as an umbrella for that family. Because like that, the children, nowadays, you look at homes that have only one parent. The statistics shows that about 50% of the time when the children grow up, they go away dysfunctional. You have girls. Girls want for the father to be in the home. Sons, it's important for the father to guard that son, so that son can be a man when he grows up. So my advice for men, the father out there, try and cultivate that discipline of being a provider of your home. Be a protector of your home. Offer emotional support. You have a successful home. You have well-groomed children. Your wife will respect you. You may not, once if your wife makes more than you, it doesn't matter. Just do something. Let a woman know that you're supporting the family.
What if the man won't be stay home dad?
No, it can be stay home dad, but guess what? If the economy of the home is not sustaining the home, you got to change your mind and say, look, this is what I'm supposed to do, or else it's going to be held in my house. It's going to be held in my house.
So then let's look at this, Mr. Reed. There are some fathers there, because things did not work out between them and the woman. They take that anger also against the child and want to stay away from the child because the mother decided to leave. What advice would you give to this kind of father who have subscribed to some notion because she won't be with me? Look, I will not kind of rushing her child. We see that in society today.
Look, it happens. Look, you see, there are a lot of help out there. If you love your family and this is happening, if you're part of a church group or professional group, seek help, seek counsel.
I mean, it's right though, because two grown people desire a breakup, so you must take the anger against. Well,
it's not right. It's not right. That's why the conversation is important. Communication is important. When you see these things happening, seek professional help outside. Go to your church group. Go to the state. The state has a lot of services that they can offer to family. You go.
So what are you saying? You go seek help because the woman break up with you, so you want to see your child. Why you call that kind of help?
No, because you want to get example. If this guy want to get back at the woman by staying away from the children, and know it's going to affect the children, the woman can go out somewhere to like some big brother or some friend to that husband and say, look, this is what your friend is doing.
It happens sometimes, but what if the man don't want to listen? She will suffer. She will suffer with the children because it happens.
What?
It happen? Since she said, let her take care of them. She wanted to take care of the children.
Well, unfortunately, then that's how it will be. Alipa. She must use all effort
to do it, to get that man to take care of the responsibility.
Of course.
But guy, let me ask you, as a father, right? You mentioned in this podcast that you have to be what? Provider, caring, and show unconditional love.
Yeah.
If a woman decides to leave you, why, and you born no children, why should a woman go ask somebody else to kind of remind you of your responsibility?
No.
You as a man, because this is father, so let's forget about the woman.
That situation is different now.
Yeah.
I'm seeing the situation where the woman won't get the man, if the man just decides to leave.
Because the woman leaving him. So something didn't work, I said, well, I'll leave you the children.
Okay, yeah, I'll leave you the children, okay?
Yeah.
Now, but you're a man, right?
Correct.
You have responsibility.
That's what I'm saying. We'll talk about the irresponsible father.
Yes.
What would be your advice? Do you allow a woman to keep you away from your child? That is the question, regardless of whether that relationship work or not.
So if the woman want to get back at you, right?
Not the woman. So I'm saying, so you and a woman together. Things didn't work out. Maybe because you are irresponsible, or you cheated, or you did something, that woman decided to walk away from you. So the woman tried everything, so she decided, okay, I'm done with the relationship, walk away. You dissatisfied now. You want to fight this woman by you thinking that you're showing her that you suffer her and leave her with the children and cut off communication from your children. Because at this point now, there are two grown people. What you say to this father that will make such decision? You punishing your own children, thinking that you punishing the woman who left you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, because that's an irresponsible father. The example he gave, right? He cheated on her.
That's a lot for cheating. Or disagreement.
Or he did something.
Yeah, or any disagreement.
There's something that they could sit together and solve the problem. Right?
Yeah, that's true, Garyah.
Okay.
But even if you did not cheat, you didn't do anything. Now, but decide she won't be with you.
Okay, mom doesn't want to be. It happens. It happens. Okay. But then what? As a responsible father, you cannot get back at a woman by abandoning your children.
Yeah.
And lose your responsibility. Because it will come back to bite you in the future. You can't do that.
Yep.
Focus on your children.
Exactly.
Okay, but now if she wants to get at you by
depriving you of the children,
you got professional help in the state. That way you can go to the state.
They got a law.
The law to get involved to make sure that you have the right to your children.
Which is the law will help you do that.
That's it.
All right, Mr. Reed, thank you so much. Now we're coming to the next discussion, which is about fatherhood and impact. We are talking a lot about relationship, men today in society, mental emotions and strength, identity and responsibility, all right? And we just got you talking about marriages and partnership. Now we are coming to fatherhood and impact. What kind of legacy you are intentionally building for your children? Because you said that they were not emotionally attached to giving you guys attention and doing things with their friends. They'll take away their cell phone. You'll put monitor on what kind of channel they can watch, which means they send code to you and say, oh, the man go on, they're doing the channel. What kind of a legacy are you intentionally building for your children with such a discipline?
The impact on fatherhood on the children, you get an emotional stability.
Is that a legacy you're building by taking the cell phone and doing all the other things?
Oh, yeah, of course. Emotional stability, your presence, because it's not only taking the cell phone, because you take the cell phone from them, what? So that they can be focused on the family instead of some outside source that can give them satisfaction, some kind of satisfaction. So you spending time with your family, your children. You guys going to movies, going to the restaurants. You guys going to games, going to visit families, go on vacation. These are all things, these are all bonding that you're having with your children. You grow up like that. These are things that help, build the self-esteem of the children. It gives them security. It helps with with their emotional stability. That's why it's always important for the father to be around. Take the presence of the father in the home. Bring security for your daughter, for your son. Since my wife and I instilled that discipline, the other books, and they read, and they read, and read, and read. By so doing, guess what? It's building the intellectual capability. It's broadening the scope of the intellect. So by reading books, by discussing with us on the books, by going out with us into various activities, these all help the children grow emotionally with the father. So I made no mistake when I discipline my kids by taking away the social media. Because social media is an enemy to the growth of a child.
So I got a question though. With all the discipline you put in place now, right? With the age gap, during the time you were your children age, you used to like certain things. Until your father coming to tell you, you must let the kind of thing that he let at his age. When you're doing it now. Do you think with the restriction, right? But let me tell you once upon a time, my wife will tell you one day, I tried to create a library in my house for my children. I brought plenty of books that I've been in that library to be from A to B. Different kind of a dictionary and different book. So because let me tell you, we were growing in Liberia. We didn't have no cell phone, we didn't have no laptop to go do research on. So that mentor I WhatsApp, I brought. So the children asking my boy, you bring all the books anywhere for. But guess what? The children can use a laptop this time. They can use a phone this time to do research. With that mentor that you saying and you taking away from them, their phone, because you want them to spend time with you because it was your time you're looking for. The children got different tastes during that age group than you myself. Do you think you are raising your children with discipline or you're trying to put fear in there?
And that fear. Because first, I saw a negative impact of the social media on their life. Before the social media, things were fine. Okay, things were fine. But they decided to be antisocial. Yeah.
They talk to their friend on their phone.
No, they started to be antisocial. In the home, they're always in the room on the social media. They were not doing work in the home. They were not doing it. So by so doing, I had to cut it off. So now they are being reset. You know?
And you think it's working?
It's working. It's working. You know, it's not because I wanted at the time with me only. No. Because they were doing some things that were unbecoming. And I did not want it to go that way. I want to go out of my home. They should represent the home they're from.
They'll be there, man. While I'm trying to do the cinema, I will carry plenty of bullet in my heart.
Oh yeah.
From A to B, alphabetical order.
They can order.
Nobody training going to
thank God for Amazon. They can order the books. And my children, you know, they love to read.
But they can read on the phone.
Yeah.
The guy what they call or what I think the little iPad like it come with the
audio book.
Yeah, the audio book.
Oh yeah, they can do other kind of stuff, but they can abuse it. Yeah.
So they all iPad
because
yeah. But you want to read physical book.
So, but guess what now? They want to do research from the school. The school get them laptop, and laptop have a lot of parameters they can go to, and they can't mess around going to.
Yeah, it's restricted.
Restricted.
Yeah.
So any kind of research you want to do, they can go on the school laptop, and they can do any research they want to do. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So Garyah, this brings me to my question. You just talk about your father, some of the things you went through with them. This is where I will bring the question before we go to the last discussion. What is one thing you wish your father did differently? And how are you correcting that today? What is one thing you wish your father did differently? When you were growing up at your children age, what is one thing you think you wish you did differently?
You know, like when I grew up, my biological parents, I never lived with them.
Yeah, but whoever you live with, what one thing you wish they did differently?
I grew up, the flogging. I wish they could have just talked to me and not flog me. Because
but what are you doing with the fucking you?
I was just a normal child doing normal child things.
What?
No, I mean, look, you go out, you come out late, you know, you lie. When the pressure you lie, and they will tell you that.
Do you think your children are they were trying to do normal parenting growing up? Now, what are you taking your cell phone for them?
Oh yeah.
But that normal thing they're doing, kids now they want a phone, they want to do research on the phone, don't do it. Just like you say you're doing normal chatting.
No.
And you wish your parents would have done it different without beating you. Oh, you're beating them now, but you're depriving them.
My children, but look, listen, as I say, my children were going to different sites on the phone, and that's why I didn't want, you know, so I had to cut it off quick. So that they were not supposed to be going on.
So today you're not beating your children and you're correcting them in a different way versus where you wish your parents would have done differently.
Yes, my parents I remember my father told me that. I don't know, my mom who raised me told me that the truth shall make you free. But when you say the truth, she will flog you and flog you because I don't want to do that. You know, so I'm like, wait.
My parents got me one time. I said, no, to the truth.
Oh yeah, I told her, no. And most of the time when I lie, I was
just
free.
Say the truth.
Once time I lied, I was free. I said, well, no, because if I say the truth, I get flogged. Then why should I say the truth? And the flogging, the beating was abusive.
Oh my
so
God.
I said, no, you know, yeah. You know, my kids, you know, they will do things. I'll punish them. I'll punish them, but I don't flog them.
All right. That is the voice of Mr. Garyah Reed. So my people will come into the end of the discussion. We'll be talking about balance and sacrifice of men. So Mr. Reed, what have you had to sacrifice to be present for your family?
Like earlier in the first section when talking, I told you about my business I'm doing in Liberia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You had to sacrifice that business.
That business was a very big mining business I was doing, and it was going to be so lucrative.
So, do you believe that you have truly found your balance now, or are you still chasing it?
Well, I'm still chasing it. I'm still still actively into the mining business, you know. But that particular business would have put me in a better economic position today. But because that thing happened, I had to run back home to take care of my family. And when I left, guess what? Who I left to take care of the business went behind my back.
Oh my God!
And went and broke the business down. I was so mad. I had to call police to seize all my money, equipment from them. Wow. Yeah. So had I stayed there for another month, I would have put things in order. So when I look at the whole thing for life, I said, no, my wife's well-being and my daughter's well-being was more important. I can still go back to this business, you know, but I had to cut everything short and fly back to work and take care of my family. And I don't regret doing that.
All right. So how did you handle guilt of not being there sometimes for your family?
I try to always be around. And I try not to get myself involved in that situation. Yeah, they'll come around, you know, like I said, that's the only situation I've had when I was in Liberia at the time. And I weigh, you know, the options. I said no, because if something had happened to my daughter and my wife,
yeah, nobody want to lose a family.
I said no, it was going to be so bad.
All right, my people, I hope you still to this channel, because we're about to do our closing and parting statement. Mr. Reed has been a dynamic guest here. I think he took his time elaborating on things what a father or man supposed to do. Mr. Reed, I'm going to give you 1 or 2 minutes to do your parting statement, and they'll speak to our men there, give them the advice, you as a father, your experience and everything. But before we do, I got one question for you now. God forbid, at the end of your life, what do you want your children and your wife to say about the man you were?
I want to say, my husband and my father, he fought a good fight. He ran the race to the end.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. Now you can get your parting statement. Close up, talk to our man then, so we can call it a day before we go to the next episode.
Yeah, I want to say thank you, Mr. Bollie, for inviting me to speak on fatherhood for the month of the Father Day. I want to say thank you all so much for you guys listening to me. This has been my very first interview.
Very first interview on Bollie TV.
On Bollie TV.
So we'll give you all the time so you talk to the men.
Yeah, so I just want to encourage men out there to overlook whatsoever challenges that come your way. Fight the challenges that come your way. A father is a blessing to the home. If you're not married, and you have children out there, try and be a good father to the kids. Be supportive to the kids. Help them in whatsoever way they want to be helped. Be economically viable to help your family. Get a good job. If you don't have a profession, there are a lot of trainings out there. You go and get trained to do certain things for sustainability in the workforce. And by so doing, you can help your home. You can help your wife. You can help your children become what they want to be. And at the end of the day, the children will be very, very secure and happy that the father was there to carry them through. Thank you.
Thank you too, Mr. Reed. We are very glad to have you here on our show today, The Man of the Father. People, I hope you learned from today's podcast. Once again, my name is James Bollie with Bollie Media / Bollie TV. Fatherhood is not just about being there. It's about showing up, standing strong, and shaping lives every single day. A father's presence can build a child or break one. Today, we ask the hard questions that define what it really means to be a man, a husband, and a father. Like our guest here. Anybody can have a child, but not every man becomes a father. This is where real men and real fathers will speak. They will reflect and they will grow. This has been the Mind of a Father podcast. My name is James Bollie once again, and thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Goodbye. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Fathers out there.
All right.